Hey y'all, okay, so I actually just want to come on here and just be transparent about something that I have personally wrestled with for a really long time. I left New Age. I was a New Ager. I didn't really call it New Age at the time. I just considered myself really spiritual. But for 4 years, I practiced spirituality. And after having a revelation, it's a long story, I came to Christ. And my transition from New Age to Jesus was like night and day. Like, it was immediate. I always tell people, like, I feel like I had a Paul conversion, because one moment I'm super spiritual, very boldly spiritual. Also, I wanted to be a sound healer. Like, it's a whole thing. And then the next second, it was just Jesus, 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 Jesus. Like, it was a whole thing, right? And I feel like sometimes, even currently, it's been like almost 2 years now since then, but even still, like, I've worked through a lot of feelings of just like rejection and like feeling because I was so open about my transition, right? I was very open, very bold about it. I told everybody, like, yo, this is like deception, you know? Like, I was trying to wake people up also, just through sharing my testimony. But I feel like, obviously, it offended a lot of people, because a lot of my following, a lot of the people I know or knew are also spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it offended a lot of people, and rightfully so. I also feel like during certain points, I could have also handled it better, but I was on fire for the Lord and I was just like going with the flow. So I can understand like where people are coming from also. But long story short, I feel like the Lord has helped heal me through a lot of that rejection, right? But at the same time, I feel like I still sometimes struggle with the thoughts of like, you know, my content and like just the things that I do now, I feel like a lot of my life I've faced a lot of persecution for being so open about it. One of the ways that the enemy loves to attack me in this is making me feel or making me think that I should have done it a different way, right? Or that if I wasn't so open about it, then I could have preserved more of my followers, more of the people that I knew. If I had went about it a certain way, like if I didn't, it's because it offended people. But the thing is, like, and I want to just encourage anybody that may go through this in this same way or in a different way, right? Like, I think one of the markers personally for the fact that you are living according to the truth of the gospel, of like genuinely living out, walking, like following Jesus' footsteps, the marker is in some way, shape, or form persecution, right? There has to be people that oppose you. Otherwise, are you really telling the truth, right? If everybody is your friend, if there's no separation, right? The Lord says in the Bible, like, I didn't come to bring peace on earth, right? That I came to separate mother from daughter, father from son, like that he came to cause almost this division, to separate us, right? In the best way. And I feel like if you aren't going through some level of persecution, you genuinely aren't walking out the truth openly, right? And like sometimes we're just not there yet. I completely understand. I'm definitely not trying to condemn, judge anybody, right? But at the same time, I feel like it's encouraging to know that the fact that people are rejecting you, persecuting you, questioning you, minimizing you, all of these things are actually fruit of the fact that you actually are pursuing the Lord genuinely, right? And sometimes when we do face rejection, persecution in that way, it can make us feel like if we just compromised what the Lord is telling us to do, that it would make it easier for us, or it would have turned out better, right? But at the end of the day, I just want to encourage y'all not to compromise, right? In what you say and how you share it. Like, yes, there's a way to do things, right? I feel like even me, as I've grown with the Lord, I've learned to maneuver certain things differently and to use discernment with sharing, and like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not going to water down my testimony, right? I'm not going to change what I'm going to say or the message in my mouth to appease and please other people, right? And so I feel like I just want to encourage y'all, because it's something I still think about often sometimes. And the Lord has done, and even if you are still very much so in the thick of just feeling the weight of people's judgments and perceptions, no, I've been there, and the Lord will help you through that little by little. Sometimes I'm still very much so there, and I'll compare myself to somebody else and be like, well, if I just was a little more watered down, like it would have turned out so much differently. And it's like, no, it happened the way it was supposed to happen. The Lord has taught me a lot, but to just never compromise what you're doing in obedience to the Lord, right? And also, success to the Lord is obedience. It's not numbers and applause and followers and like all of these things. And I mention that because I make content, right? Like I just started a business. If you don't know about the business, I'm gonna put the website or I'm gonna link it here. I make like faith-based stickers, and I'm starting to make prints, and I draw them all, and I'm making that. And I feel like even in that, like the Lord is redeeming so much, right? And so I don't forgot what I was saying, but yeah, success to the Lord is obedience. It's giving your yes to God. The most successful thing that you could do in this life is telling God yes, right? And I pray that you're encouraged. Know that you're not by yourself. Know that I be going through it too, but at the end of the day, it's like the Lord's purpose and will prevail. Always just keep your eyes focused on the Lord. Like anytime we look to the left or we look to the right, we're doomed, okay? So just don't compromise it. Do it the way the Lord is telling you to do it, right? And know that your obedience is success. Like that's what pleases the Lord, not applause and likes and shares and virality. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Because I make content, like I just started a business, so that's the lens that the Lord has taught me about it, right? Or is helping me through it. Because at the end of the day, it's like if the Lord is gonna put us in leadership positions and like is gonna do all of these things, like we have to be able to not compromise, right? Just because somebody thought something or critiqued us, or you know, we have to be strong minded, like we have to be solid. You know, if somebody could say something that throws me off my game, like, you know what I mean? There's a mental strength that we need to have in order to even be able to go higher. And so I feel like that's what the Lord's doing with me personally, and I just wanted to share this just transparently. And yeah, if you have a similar testimony, working through something similar, put it in the comments because I genuinely would love to hear it. And yeah, love y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.